Hello, everyone. Want to go over the week 2 housekeeping items. Hopefully, you had a good first week inside of the class. Going to cover today feedback on homework and quizzes. We'll talk about the assignment 1.2. You do have until the end of week 3 to complete that. We'll talk again about the honor lock practice test. Hopefully, you completed that the first week. But just to reiterate the importance of completing that honor lock practice test, we'll talk about your first graded form, which is discussion 2.1, and your instructor's availability during the week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now you may have been working on the first homework and quiz. As you are completing the homework problems and any quiz attempts that are out there, those scores are automatically updated from my stat lab into the class portal gradebook. So don't freak out if, say, you only completed 5 or 10 of the first 20 problems in a given homework assignment. As you continue to complete homework problems and get the green check marks on those, the scores will automatically update and increase. As you complete a quiz attempt, you do get up to 3 quiz attempts for each quiz that's out there. The exception is the midterm. You only get 1 attempt on that one. But as you're completing those throughout the class, those scores are automatically updated to the class portal. So as a refresher, anything that's a homework, practice midterm exam, practice final exam, you have unlimited attempts from day 1 of the class through week 11 without penalty. So again, you have the full 11 weeks to get those done. Quizzes, you get up to 3 attempts. The exception is the midterm exam and final exam. We only get 1 attempt. If you take a second or a third quiz, the best score of up to the 3 attempts is what is recorded to the class portal gradebook. All right, talked about this week 1. If for some reason during week 1 you did not enroll into my stat lab, this announcement that's located inside the class portal, there is a video here that is very helpful in terms of the process of enrolling into my stat lab, how to use my stat lab if this is the first time you've utilized it. Odds are you probably took quantitative reasoning, so the interface should be very similar to that MA3000 class that you took previously. But if not, the video addresses that, as well as how to view detailed feedback on any given assignment that's inside of my stat lab. So if you have not viewed this as of yet, I strongly encourage you, go out to announcements and watch this video that I have posted out there. Okay, assignment 1.2, this is the Math Resource Center quiz. This opened back the first day of class in week 1. It remains open through the end of week 3. So you have another 2 weeks to still complete this. If you review week 1's video that I've got out there, the housekeeping video, I demonstrate there is an announcement that's inside the class portal that goes through the step-by-step process to complete that quiz. So please take a look at that. This is due at the end of week 3. The honor lock practice test, we talked about this back week 1. This is the mechanism that is going to be required in terms of proctoring your final exam. So if you didn't take a look at this week 1, I strongly encourage you to go out there, take a look at that. You may have some issues in terms of utilizing your PC, in terms of your camera, or your microphone, or that alike. You want to get that resolved before the end of class. So if you did not do that week 1, I strongly encourage you to go out and take a look at that. If there's underlying issues in terms of completing that practice test, don't hesitate to contact me. So all of the details of that, if you go back to the week 1's video that's out there, I demonstrate what needs to be done in terms of reviewing the announcement, and there's a corresponding video that shows you that step-by-step process. Week 2's discussion. This is going to be our first graded discussion inside of this course. It is worth 15 points. It opens at 12 a.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time of Monday of week 2 and it closes 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time of week 2. Discussion forums are never opened early, and unless there is an accommodation that has been documented with the university, postings are not accepted late. So please keep that in mind. We talked about that in great detail in week 1's video, but there is only a 7-day window in which that discussion forum is open. They're never opened early. The only time that it's extended past that time is if there is a documented accommodation with the university. And I've already addressed that if I've already received it. So you should have received, if that falls into your arena in terms of that, you should have already received an email in terms of how that's handled. But if you're underneath no accommodations, they are not accepted late. Initial post is worth 9 points. This must be done on or before 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time on Thursday, depending on the time of the year that you're taking the course. There are no exceptions in terms of accepting that initial post late. Now, if you make the initial post on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it will count as one of your responses, but you will lose 9 of the 15 points on that initial posting. First quality response is worth 3 points. Second one is 3 points as well. So if you take 9 plus 3 plus 3, this gets us to 15 points. Those responses are due no later than 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time on Sunday. So discussion forums automatically close at that time on Sunday evening. So if you try to go out early Monday morning to make any form of a post, the system will have that locked. You'll be able to see the discussion forum, but you will not be able to do any additional postings inside the forum. Week 1 is only open during those 7 days. Week 2, 7 days. Week 3, 7 days, and so on. D2L, I alluded to this week 1's video, but the class portal is the official timekeeper in terms of posting. As I made mention the first week, if you wait until late Thursday night, it's 5 minutes to midnight on Thursday evening. You're typing up your post, and the time on D2L says 12 a.m. Mountain Standard Time Friday of week 2, or Mountain Daylight Time of week 2. It's not going to count for the 9 out of the 15 points. I know I get this a lot of times from students saying, hey, I started it beforehand. Why aren't you counting it? The answer to that is be proactive, use proper time management, do that initial post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometime before late Thursday evening, so you don't run the risk of losing those points. So again, don't wait until the last hour to complete that initial posting, because even if you come back and say, hey, my internet connection went down, sorry. Again, that you are responsible for getting that initial post in by that 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time on Thursday. So the other thing as well, you can't do a placeholder. It's 11:30 at night on Thursday, and oops, I forgot to do my initial post, so I'm just going to do a posting for attendance, and that's not going to count as an initial post. So what's going to happen in that case, I will coach you on this, is that I will go in and say, hey, I'll take a snapshot of it. This is not an acceptable post. It has been deleted. Doesn't count for points or attendance. Please don't do it again. So there will be some coaching that will be involved in terms of that. However, don't do it because it's not going to count for the points. You must post first before you see other students' responses out there. I'm going to help you here in the next few minutes in terms of this video to kind of see what you need to concentrate in terms of that initial posting that's out there. Okay, the quality of the postings. We already addressed the hello or the placeholder. Again, you'll be coached on that, and again, explain why that is not acceptable. Responses on your first quality and second quality response, avoid the one sentence blurb of, hey, you did a good job, it's a great post, etc. I want to see some substance when it comes to the quality of that given post. Now, there's plenty of options in terms of responses that are out there. There will always be a quality response opportunity forum out there that you can take any homework problem for this week. It would be homework 2 to go out there, take a look at problem 3 of homework 2 and post your findings on that. If your initial post is made Monday through Thursday, you can respond to my follow-up question that's there. That counts as one of the responses. You can respond to another student giving some constructive feedback. Maybe the calculation that they did was not correct on it. Again, don't say hey, it sucked or something along those lines. That's not proper etiquette when it comes to responding. But if there's something you can add, or a follow-up example to what he or she posted as that, in terms of showing the math that's involved. Now, I'm going to talk about this here in a minute, but the key to get to full points on any forum inside of this class is to support something with an example relative to the homework that you're doing. In week 2, when I'm going to talk about this here in a minute, I want to see the math that's involved. I totally get you're going to do a Google search and try to identify what that initial question is, but I want to see an example that helps support your findings. That is the way you're going to ensure you're going to get to the 9 points on that initial posting. So let's take a look at that. Central tendency. Central tendencies, these are, and let me get my pen going here. Annotate, draw, here we go. This is going to be the 4 M's: mean, median, mode, and mid-range. Now, for these 4 guys, this is what you're going to potentially want to talk about in this initial posting here. Now, not only giving me how you use them, I want to see examples. Take a set of data. Show me, okay, this is how you calculate the mean. This is how you calculate the median. This is how you calculate the mode. This is how you calculate the mid-range. You can use what I show inside the homework videos of, okay, I went into Excel and I used X, Y, and Z, but give me a sample of data and show me what each of these look like from a math perspective. So doing the Google search and giving me the 2-3 sentence version out there that only defines what it is not illustrating that you understand the concept. What that illustrates to me as an instructor is that you can do Google searches and find the answer to the question, which is good. I'm not disputing that. However, the level of synthesis in terms of understanding the concept, show me how you do these guys here. So when we look at central tendencies from week 2's homework, we talk about how to calculate each one of these. Show me as an example of how you would apply it, utilizing the mathematics or the skills on how you would calculate each of these. So that's what you're wanting to focus on from week 2's discussion forum. Let me clear out my findings here, and we'll go ahead and continue on. And then last but not least, my availability during week 2. As I may mention, week 1, Monday through Friday is typically when I'm going to be inside the class portal. My benchmark to get back with you is within 24 hours. Saturday afternoon, as well as Sunday, is typically my time away from the class. The only exception to that during the week is if I post an announcement inside the class that says, hey, I'm going to be gone on a Wednesday for X, Y, and Z reason. But typically speaking, you're going to get a response within 24 hours, typically quicker than that if you send it Monday through Friday or early Saturday morning. After that point, you may not get a response until the following Monday morning. As I mentioned before, email is the best way to contact me. You can use the Google phone. It goes directly to voicemail, and then I'll respond via email accordingly. Have a great week, too. Let me know if there's any questions or concerns. Thanks.